If you're watching this video, you're probably interested in crowdfunding a board game. Crowdfunding can be a great way to both raise money and get your game out into the world. The thing that people don't realize is that it takes a ton of work, and you need to know what to do in your campaign to position your product to be the most attractive and have the greatest chance of success. Now, in the Game Crafter community, we've worked with over 60 campaigns that have raised over $630,000 in just the last year and a half. Now, there's been a lot of successes and a lot of failures, but ultimately we've seen the things that work and don't work. And we've come up with 7 questions that a game designer should ask themselves before going down the path of crowdfunding. So let's begin. The first question is, have I educated myself enough about crowdfunding? So there's really no reason that a game designer should feel like they're flying blind into a Kickstarter or Indiegogo or crowdfunding campaign. The reason for this is because there's tons of resources. There's blogs, there's podcasts, there's websites, there's videos like this. And there's been lots of people in the board game world that have already blazed trails. And there's collectively things that people are expecting now because of so many different campaigns that have been successful. Now, some of those things we're going to touch on in additional questions here in a minute, but ultimately there's so many resources at the Game Crafter and everywhere on the web, and it's only a Google search away. So you need to make sure that you're comfortable with everything to do with crowdfunding, you know how it works, you know what people expect. That will give you the greatest chance of success if you follow in the footsteps of other successful people. Question number 2. Is my game complete? This sounds like a crazy question, but there's a lot of designers that have told us in the past that they want to launch their campaign while the playtesting is still being finalized, while mechanics are still being nailed down. This is just not a good way to go. The product needs to be complete, and people need to be loving this game prior to you even thinking about crowdfunding. It has to be complete. Now, the final artwork doesn't need to be complete because maybe that's why you're raising money to begin with, but the core game and any stretch goals, this is important, any stretch goals that you plan to release during the campaign, they have to be play tested, developed fully, and thoughtfully put into the game. Question number 3. Has my game been play tested more than 100 hours and by more than 100 people? Now, there's no magic number involved in making a great game. However, this question is posed to the designer because if you haven't spent enough time and done the legwork to make a great game, it will probably be obvious to the crowd that's looking to potentially back your game. Have you taken it to conventions? Have you taken it to Unpub? Have you taken it to Protospiel? Have you just taken it to your friendly local gaming store and let people play it and give you feedback and made it better? All of these things are required. And so typically this question is just thrown out to say, hey, have 100 people played it? Has it been play tested more than 100 hours? If the answer is no, and you made this last month, and you want to crowdfund it next month, then hold on to the game, keep refining it, people are going to keep breaking it, ultimately it gets better and better and better, and at some point it will become obvious to you that this thing is ready to go, and then you can think crowdfunding. Question number 4. Have I already spent time marketing my game and established a solid following? So in crowdfunding, it's really important to bring your crowd. If you don't have one, it makes the project that much more difficult to fund. You need early adopters who are going to back the campaign, raise your funds so that it looks more attractive and more credible to other people that are potentially looking to back you. Also, it's just more important in terms of getting the word out, word of mouth and social networking. It helps to have lots of followers. You can't just have a Facebook page with 10 people following you. You really need to go to your local game shops, conventions, Unpub, Protospiel, get together with other people, and eventually, if you've got a good product, people are going to get behind you and be excited for the release. Question number 5. Do I have people ready to buy my game right now? So this kind of piggybacks off question number 4, and it comes down to, do you have people that are willing to plunk down money in a campaign today for you? you should have several people that are interested, excited, ready to back your project. If you don't, you may need to rethink your answer to question 4 about your following. Maybe you need to take your games back to the game shops and demo them more. Go to conventions, go to the designer events. Get people excited about your game and willing to plunk down money. Then you know you're on the right track. Question number 6. Do I have professional reviews? This is critical, folks. You have to have reviews by independent game reviewers. That builds credibility on your crowdfunding page. And otherwise you're just an indie game designer nobody's heard of. You have a game that probably most people haven't heard of. And why should they care? What makes it unique? Why is it any different? What's the guarantee that it's even worth the money? There's so many questions out there that can be solved if you have great reviews by independent game reviewers. There's going to be a link at the end of this video to all of the reviewers that the Game Crafter recommends. Question number 7. Am I going to have enough time in the next 6 to 8 months to run my campaign? Crowdfunding takes a lot of work and a lot of time. It takes about a month usually to set up a good campaign page. Once you have that, you run the campaign, which typically lasts about a month. There's lots of questions, there's lots of comments, you're posting lots of news updates, and you're communicating with your backers, you're posting comments here and there, you're communicating on your social media networks to advertise it, to get more people to back it. There's a lot involved. Then, once you are successful, then there's the whole fulfillment phase. Then you have to get backer surveys, you have other communications with backers you have to do. You have to work out the production, you have to work out fulfillment, customer service, shipping issues, it goes on and on. So don't minimize that. Do you actually have enough time to run your campaign? If you don't, keep working on your game and bring it to a crowdfunding project in the future when you have enough time. Well, that's all I got for now. I hope these questions have been helpful to you in determining whether or not you should crowdfund right now. There's lots more resources at thegamecrafter.com, and we invite you to connect with our community, because honestly there's tons of people there that have already crowdfunded. Some have been very successful, some have failed. Either way, there's tons of knowledge to be learned there, and there's just a lot of great people in our community. So until next time, take care.